Hey guys, Hitman89 here, and on today's video I'm gonna be showing you free-to-play online games that you should definitely be playing. So the top 5 you're gonna be seeing is based on popularity and my personal opinion. Most of the games I'll show you are available on PC, Xbox One and PS4, and I try to have the best games from each category, so FPS, TPS, Battle Royale, MMORPG, Diablo-like, etc, etc. So first we'll start with the top 5 and then we'll have the honorable mentions just to give you decent alternatives regardless of your gaming platform. Oh, and please don't forget to leave a like before we get started because it takes an incredible amount of time and effort to make these vids. Nah, I'm just kidding. It would probably only take me a couple of hours to make this vid, but I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like. Now, without further ado, let's get started with number 5. Ironsight is a fast-paced online FPS and it's the only game on our top 5 that's not available on consoles, so if you're a console gamer, don't worry about it. All the rest of the games you're going to be seeing are also available on consoles, and Ironsight is basically a free Call of Duty clone. It's an open beta right now, and according to the devs, the game will be available on Steam when it's 100% ready. Until then, it's available on their website. You just create an account, you download the game, and you play it for free. Moving on to number 4, we're gonna be looking at an MMORPG that's been available on PC for a couple of years now, but it's coming to Xbox One and PS4. The Xbox One beta is gonna start in a couple of months, and when it comes to PS4, we don't really have any info, even though it's confirmed, you know, it's coming for PS4, but we just don't know when exactly. Now, for an MMO, Black Desert's got some really good graphics, especially on PC. It's also got 15 classes if I'm not mistaken, and if you're into MMORPGs, then you'll probably like this one, because usually the free ones look like shit and they're full of limitations to force you to buy the premium version, but that obviously doesn't apply to Black Desert, and that's why it's on my list. Moving on, and at number 3 we have an online action RPG that's been available for a while on PC, I think since 2013, and it only came out on Xbox One last year, and sadly I don't think it's ever coming to PS4. It's called Path of Exile and it's a Diablo-like game, so if you're on PC or Xbox One and you've always wanted to play Diablo 3 but for some reason you couldn't do it, or maybe you played it and you were disappointed by it, then Path of Exile is the perfect game for you. Moving on to number 2, we have the free Destiny 2 that's not an FPS, at least that's how I describe it. It's called Warframe and it's available on PC, Xbox One and PS4. It's been out since 2013 and it used to look great back then, but it kinda aged a little bit, visually speaking at least. Now it just looks okay, but regardless of the graphics, the game is pretty damn good, and that's probably why it managed to stay relevant for 5 years, and most people who played it fell in love with it. So if you've never tried it, you should give it a shot, as long as it's your cup of tea. Obviously all the futuristic stuff and, you know, swords and shit. Last but not least, at number 1, and it's probably not a surprise to anyone, we have Fortnite that's available on PC, Xbox One, PS4, mobile phones, mobile devices, fucking microwaves. It's available on every single device in the world. That's probably why it's number 1. I mean, add that to the fact that it's free to play. Alright, I just shut up. But anyways, Fortnite was mostly a PvE game at first, then Epic Games added a new game mode, Battle Royale, and then released it for free. You know the rest of the story, I guess. You know, I'm really not a fan of the cartoony graphics, and I don't like the building part either. Speaking of which, let's move on to the honorable mentions, and I'm gonna be showing you a BR game. So maybe some of you guys who don't like the building part on Fortnite will be able to enjoy Realm Royale that's available on PC, and it's currently in closed beta on consoles, so you might want to sign up and see if you get an invite, or just wait for the open beta so you can enjoy the game like everybody else. It's got different classes, and in my opinion it's like a mix of World of Warcraft and Fortnite minus the building. I don't know, whatever. Let me show you an alternative to Black Desert. So this one is called Tera. It's an MMORPG, but it's different from most MMORPG games because this one's got some real-time combat, and that makes the gameplay different from 90% of MMORPGs. And by the way, I was gonna recommend World of Tanks at first, but then I realized War Thunder is probably a lot better and much more interesting because it's not just limited to tanks. It's got airplanes, tanks, and it's getting ships soon, so if you like all that kind of stuff, you might want to give it a shot. Oh, and let me give you guys an alternative to Ironsight because it's only available on PC, and I know that many console players want to try a free-to-play first-person shooter. There is a game called Paladins, which is basically the free-to-play Overwatch, at least in my opinion, and it's made by the same people who are working on Realm Royale. So if you want to play a free FPS that's available on PS4, Xbox One and PC, you should check out Paladins. Last but not least, there is a free-to-play mech FPS that you might want to try. It's called Hawken. I played it first on PC, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, something like that. It wasn't bad at all, but since I'm not really into mech games, I just stopped playing it, and I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of people that find this one interesting. It's still a nice free-to-play online mech FPS game, so why not? And that's gonna be it for this vid. I hope you found it useful. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's been Hitman89. See you guys very soon.
Team, my brothers, I'm out here trying to run us. The rest of y'all trying to trump us, but it's hands up, no handouts, no stand-ins. I stand out. I built this bitch from the ground up. I got the plans out. This my house. I came in this bitch with a dream and a fifth. Only people I trust is my team and my bitch. Every night it was Curry. Now I cannot miss. RIP to you haters, you will not be missed.